I forgot to put the mic into place. Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. We are continuing Ocarina of Time. Haven't been able to do daytime streams for the past week because my 1-year-old was homesick, but he's all better. He's back in daycare today. Also, happy Halloween! It's Halloween, my favorite holiday. And I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get through the Shadow Temple today on the occasion that it's Halloween. I think we'll at least for sure get all the way through the well, which is also very scary. That has the scariest enemy in the game in it. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see, what else is new with me? I replayed Panzer Dragoon Remake yesterday, and I hadn't played it since I hadn't played it for several years, and I think this is the first time I played it since it updated to version 2.0, and it's like so much closer to the original now, which is pretty good. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I just watched this YouTube video while I was showering. Well, I mostly was listening to it, I guess. But it was a like discussion about a lot of retro game remasters, and it said so many things that I've thought for the longest time. I felt very validated watching it. They were talking about how like all of these remasters are always changing things, like changing the graphics especially, but I guess it was mostly about graphics, but you know, anytime that you go into a game and change things, it takes away from the idea that games are works of art. It's like, you know, it reminds me of, there's that famous example of, like, you know, this really priceless painting that some woman found and she was like, oh, I'm gonna try to restore it, and it's like, I think it's supposed to be like a painting of Jesus, and it looks like a toddler drawing basically her what she did to it. That's like what it feels like when I look at some of the remasters out there. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up because it's literally at the top of my brain. All right, shall we? If we're gonna get through the Shadow Temple, we probably need to get started. We left off inside the Water Temple, I think. We got right to the Water Temple. So Water Temple is also considered very scary, right? So we're here on Halloween. Water Templing. Alright, now the last time that I played through Ocarina of Time, I had the distinct feeling that the Water Temple difficulty is overblown. I don't think that the Water Temple is as hard as lots of people say it is. We'll see how that holds up. I might eat those words. That's usually how it goes. Oops. I can use my sword. No, the only thing I can use while walking on the water is the hook shot. Also, I'm very interested how my memory is gonna work for the Water Temple. I definitely don't have it, like, memorized. Ocarina of Time is definitely my favorite game, but especially in recent years, I haven't replayed it that often. My last replay before this one was, I think, 2021? Maybe it was 2020. It was about 4 or 5 years ago, though. And before that, it was like, I don't know, it was like 8 years since I replayed it. Actually, I've talked about this in previous streams, but on that replay, when I was going back to Ocarina of Time after several years of not playing it, and you know, there's all this discourse online saying that N64 games, especially Ocarina of Time, haven't aged well, and that they're hard to go back to, and I didn't think that that was going to be the case. I didn't believe that that was going to be the case for me, but I was definitely a little worried that it was going to be the case. Alright, it's Ruto. Oh, you, if I'm right, Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancé, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who's going to be your wife. Link, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly. Alright, it didn't seem very quick, but we'll do it. Whoops, wrong button. Alright, we're unequipping. Yeah, the thing with remasters is like what I would like to see is games just presented exactly as they are, like in an upscaled 240p, not like higher resolution renders or anything like that. I don't know how hot the take is. I'd love if more people started saying what I'm saying about that. Clearly, there must be dozens of us that feel this way. What's in this chest? I don't remember at all. It's definitely not the long shot. I think I remember where the long shot is. So this has got to be map or compass. Map. We got a map. Alright, now we can light these torches. We're not following Ruto at all by doing this. Is this why people say the water temple is hard? Because they like want to follow Ruto, like because she said follow her? I should time my water temple run. What time? I mean, I went live. Oh, I don't even know what time I went live. It's too late. It's too late to time it, isn't it? It's 9:18 my time right now. We'll have a VOD that we can look at later. Another thing that I started playing off stream is Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So far, it's really good. It's pretty difficult. I don't know if I was expecting the level of difficulty. I'm definitely enjoying it. I feel like as I get older, I feel like there's more and more Sega games that I really love. Austin, hello, what's going on? Welcome. You just learned a new route and a handful of tricks for this dungeon. Oh man, if I tried to do a new route, I think I would just get very confused. I was just talking about seeing if I should, or thinking about like timing my water temple playthrough to see how long it takes. I don't have like the route memorized at all. You're gonna see me like figuring it out in real time. I mean, there's definitely latent memories buried in my brain, but I don't really remember. I'm just approaching the challenges as they come. Okay, still can't go here. See, there's your evidence that I have no idea what I'm doing. I did get the Bigoron sword. No, no, no. I got the giant's knife. It's not Bigoron sword. It's the giant's knife. I just got it for funsies. Whoa! Ah, ah. There we go. Is this where I already went? Yes. You can tell because of the fire. I have not equipped the giant's knife yet. I haven't even tried it out. Now, I really like the music of the water temple. It's really cool and creepy and weird and mystical. It's like all of those adjectives combined. Austin, you have any Halloween plans? I'm taking the kids trick-or-treating later, as is tradition. They're very excited. You're going to read the Halloween trilogy of Batman comics. Oh, let's see. I've read the Long Halloween and the second one, which is called... what? Don't remember. Dark Victory? Is that what it's called? I did not know that there was a third one. Dark Victory. What's the third one called? I don't think I've read the third one. Oh, nope, that can't reach there. Am I stuck here? Is this a dead end? Looks like it. What did I do to come up here? Like the last 30 seconds are just gone from my brain. How did I get to this dead end? A prequel called The Haunted Knight. Yeah, I definitely have not read that one. I stepped on the switch and the water went up a little bit. Is that what happened? Alright, let's go back. You've only read Long Halloween before, so you're excited. Ah, cool. I don't really remember what Dark Victory, like, at all. I know that I read it, but it's completely gone from my brain. It's because I read it on an iPad, whereas Long Halloween I read on paper. I think that's why. It's one of the weirdest rooms in the game. Oh, man. I'm gonna come back to it later, maybe. Or maybe we'll just pretend that it's done. We'll see. Eventually I would love to get all the Skulltulas, so we might have to do that later. I'm afraid of raising the water level sooner than I need to. Might be nice to just have it drained. Okay, no, this is what I would have done. Let's see. I don't have Deku Sticks, that's right. I do have Din's Fire, which I've barely used. Did that just open the door that I just came out of? Okay. feel like I should go back into that room with the Skulltula. Now that I raised the water level. We can do that later. Where's that? Okay, okay.
Hey, paisanos!
Hey, Fee, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Happy Halloween. I'm in the Water Temple, which some say is the scariest dungeon in Ocarina of Time. I would love to get through the Shadow Temple today, though. That's the goal. Truly. Compass. How you going? I'm doing well. I'm going trick-or-treating later with my kiddos. I'm excited for that. I'm happy to be playing some Ocarina of Time. I watched this YouTube video this morning while I was taking a shower. Well, I guess I mostly listened to it while I was taking a shower. But it was this channel called Good Vibes Gaming. They've got a good amount of stuff that I like. But they were talking about how a lot of retro remasters change a lot of visual elements, like graphics and even art style, in a way that is often very different from the original presentation of these games. Like, I feel like the hottest take in there was Crash and Insane Trilogy, but he was showing like comparisons of specific elements, and I really saw it. Like, I always thought that Insane Trilogy was a pretty good example of a remake, but I don't know, some of the examples that he was showing was like, okay, it really does look a lot different and better on PS1. But those are things that I've thought for a long time, and I felt very validated watching it. Yeah, I do get dressed up with them. We have a medieval theme for as our family trick-or-treating for Halloween this year. My 9-year-old and 6-year-old are gonna be knights. My 1-year-old is gonna be a dragon. My wife is gonna be a thief, like D&D thief class, and I'm gonna be a wizard. It's gonna be fun. Love that so much. Sounds like a super fun time. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. And then we have some friends that are coming with us. We live in like a really awesome neighborhood for trick-or-treating. There's a lot of kids in the neighborhood, so it's like, you know, it feels like, you know, exactly what you think of, like the kind of like the picturesque version of Halloween. Oh, the water didn't go all the way up here. Aw. Thought I was gonna see something new here. Oh, there we go. That's all we needed. Yay. That's all that's in here, I guess. I'm surprised the bomb didn't hit that switch the first time I came in here. I feel like I used the bomb probably because I have some latent memory of that working. I think that's the only room in the game that requires you to guess that you can hit stuff through a wall. Huh. interesting. I feel like there must be other stuff that you can hit through a wall that like it makes sense to hit through a wall. Because I feel like that's a regular thing that I do in the game. Maybe not. It's really weird. Can't see why they made it a skull. Oh, you can see. Can't see why they made it a skull and not a key or something required. Do you mean you can see why? Because it's like an extra challenge because of that? Because of needing to think outside the box to hit it through a wall? Do we already need to go back and lower the water again? It would seem so. Unless I can keep going up over here. Very cool. When you were younger, we lived in a housing estate, and a group would go around a week before Halloween, put orange ribbons on everyone's mailboxes. If you wanted trick-or-treaters to come to your house, you'd tie the ribbon on your mailbox. Always such a fun time. Don't think you've really seen kids going around since we moved out of there like 2000. Also, Australia isn't as big in doing trick-or-treating. Oh yeah, it's definitely like an American tradition, right? But I know that it's caught on in a lot of other places, which is cool. I think trick-or-treating is a great tradition, except, you know, as a parent, the amount of candy that my kids consume in October is kind of distressing a little bit. But, you know, other than that, Halloween is awesome. Okay, I can't get up here yet. I guess I gotta go down. See little pockets of things. Your neighbor, parents' neighbor takes their little girl around, but they're the only ones out. I see. Maybe well, it's gotta start somewhere. Yeah, but I really love my. Oh, this is what I have to do actually. That thing like buoyed up, and now I can go underneath it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, my neighborhood is like, you know, have you ever seen E.T. when they go trick-or-treating in E.T.? It feels like that. It's kind of like a dream in the neighborhood that we live in now. Like when I was a kid, our neighborhood was good for trick-or-treating. Like we definitely went trick-or-treating, and there were other people out. But where I live right now is really good for it. And we're going with some friends who have a 1-year-old who, let's see, so it'll be her second Halloween, but obviously when you're, like, before they're 1, it's kind of a lot less exciting, I would say. I guess it's still exciting. So we've got one friend who has an 11-year-old, and they've been going with us like every year since we moved here, basically. And then yeah, our other friend, they've got a little one, so we're bridging the age gap. It's cool. Alright, that's a key. I remember there was a locked door somewhere. So this is good. I wonder if I will be able to recognize the key that I always miss. There is a key that I often miss and then have to go back for, and that's like, I don't know if it's a common one to miss. I don't know if that's the reason that people say the water temple is hard. But that's why, if it's ever been hard, that's why it's hard for me. I feel like it's a key that is near where you find the long shot. Maybe just from remembering that will be enough that I won't get stuck. Alright, here we go. Progress. Uh-oh. We have a visitor. Alright, is there anything I want to do before I raise this water up? Probably not. Alright, what are we doing now? What have I gained since... Oh, I guess this is the first time the water's been fully all the way up. That makes sense. What's everybody's favorite Ocarina of Time dungeon? Mine is the Forest Temple. I like the Forest Temple a lot. Okay, this is the other side of that. Understand where I am. Before I do that, oh, no, there's nothing. Huh. Seems like this just sets up for coming back here. So I've been on kind of a kick of Panzer Dragoon. If you don't know what that is, it's a game that originally came out in the Sega Saturn, and it's like it's like Star Fox, but you're riding a dragon, and the dragon shoots beams, and the world is really cool and unique, a very beautiful and unique fantasy setting. I recently discovered that there's an anime OVA based on Panzer Dragoon, and I watched it last night. And it wasn't great, which is something that I knew going in. I kind of heard that it's considered kind of bad, but it was still very fun. But the thing is, it only came out officially in the US on VHS, and I bought the tape from eBay. It was only 15 bucks, and it has a bunch of trailers for other animes that the same company localized, and the trailers were so cool. The trailers were definitely the best part of the whole thing. The music in them was so awesome. And I saw some things that I am interested in, that I would be genuinely interested in watching. Nope, this is not where I want to be. Am I falling onto spikes? Oh, I sure am falling onto spikes. I tried using my sword. That doesn't work underwater. I guess it makes sense to go all the way down, does it? No. I guess now I could go inside. No, maybe I can't go inside. Alright, I guess I'm already confused by the water temple. It's already happened. Negatron, good morning. How's it going?
You gotta do what?
I gotta believe.
Thanks for believing, Negatron. I think I'm already confused by the water temple. Don't know where to go. So we're just gonna go everywhere. Happy Halloween, by the way. My hope is that I'll do the two scariest dungeons today. The Water Temple and the Shadow Temple. Systematic times, yes. I think that's what it's gotta be. I don't know what the system is yet, though. Okay, that's closed. Let's look at the map. I'm on the first floor now. There's a basement. The third floor has a room that I haven't been to. I've already changed the water level a bunch of times. Left-hand wall hug on each level. Oh man. The ultimate brute force maze strategy. Here's the thing. I never opened that thing. Okay, that's got to be it. I have a feeling that that's it. The you didn't see what I was talking about. There was a wall that can be either bombed or hit with the hammer. I don't remember. For some reason I want to say that wall only breaks when you hit it with the hammer. Is it time to tell a Goron special crop story again? Oh, but it needs to be the middle level. That's why I haven't done it yet. Okay, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Halloween special, return of the Goron special crop. The Goron special crop never left. That's the real terror. Negatron, I got to a cool spot in Dark Souls 3. I got to Anor Londo. Revisited. Right now I'm at the boss that's in there, like the first boss that's in there. Which is one of the big ones. Where is the room that I'm looking for now? There it is. I can see how it's like very easy to miss this also. I think that I remember there's a key behind this wall. Alright, let's put this to the test. For some reason, I feel like I remember that the bomb doesn't work on this. Okay, no, that's a fake memory. The bomb worked just fine. Okay, now that I've got that key... Was there a locked door on the top? Gotta raise the water level again. Or maybe there's one in the middle level. That'd be nice. Well, I think that was the locked door on the mid-level. Yeah, we gotta raise it again for sure. Let's see if I can shoot this before the Tektite comes. No! No! Okay. Tektite didn't come. That just means that he's gonna knock me off like as it's rising. Ah, survived. Nope. Messed it up. Any of you guys playing any spooky games for Halloween? I would really love to do a playthrough of Resident Evil 1 after trick-or-treating tonight, or something like that. Oh, the other night I watched this documentary, the first episode of a documentary series called Terror Bites, which is it's a documentary about horror video games. It was really good. They went through kind of like the, you know, what I would say is like the canonical understanding of like the evolution of survival horror, with Sweet Home and Clock Tower and Alone in the Dark, and then finally getting to Resident Evil 1. I thought it was really, really good. Been playing Pacific Drive, which has been pretty spooky. Negatron, what is Pacific Drive about? I saw that you were playing it, but I did not get a chance to see the gameplay. But I've heard of it, and I've seen like a trailer for it, and it does look kind of spooky. Is it like post-apocalyptic or something? You're, like driving around post-apocalyptic Pacific Northwest. Oh. Okay, I guess I probably need the long shot to get that skill token. Oh, it's another locked door. Oh no. This is why the water temple is scary, isn't it? Am I gonna make it? Okay, we made it. I used my only key to get in here. I worked really hard to find that one key. I came into this door, and there's just another locked door. That's disheartening. Optimus, good morning. Happy Halloween. How you doing, Optimus? I'm in the scariest dungeon. The Water Temple. Okay, well there's this room, which I would need to... Let's try the east. Let's go to the east. Basically exploring and salvaging a region called the Zone in the Olympic Peninsula. Alternative history where some sort of psychic experiments went wrong. The zone is characterized by strange occurrences and danger. Sounds very cool. You have your own office now so you can support streams again. Alright, let's go, Optimus. Congrats. Is the whole room put back together? Here we go. This is what... Wait. What? Huh? I thought I... Did I not pull this out all the way or something? Why can't I move this block? Oh, you meant your own office at work. Ah, you can watch streams. Got it. Well, that's cool. So, I haven't worked in several weeks because of government shutdown. But my office mate quit during the shutdown. So I think I presumably, you know, if I ever work again at this job, I may have my own office. Because we're definitely not hiring any new people. Alright, let's see. Nice, hope you get your own office. Thanks. Alright, so this way... This is... I'm a little bit confused. I'm looking at the map. I'm trying to go move that block. That block that I was just looking at. I need to move it from a different side. Which is maybe here. I don't know. Let's try this. This doesn't seem like the right place. Nope. Definitely the wrong place. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's very hard to control the iron boots. All right. I don't see what to do yet. Can I get to the place where the boss is? Is there maybe something to find over there? No, I need a long shot just to get there. Obviously, I went here already, right? Is this the door that I unlocked with that key? Yeah. I gotta look for where chests are on the map. wonder what's with that. Okay, that one, the western passage. Well, there's also this northern passage on the first floor. Alright, maybe we'll try going to the first floor. You know what I think? I think this is the only dungeon where I really need to use the map. Like, the map and compass are mostly, I don't want to say useless, but they're not super important for any of the other dungeons. But this one, I do remember that I usually do look at this map a lot for the water temple. Okay, this one I need the long shot to get to, right? We don't even need to try that. This one I've been to multiple times. What about the western passage? This is one of the hardest maps to read for sure. Bad combo. Yeah, being necessary to read and difficult to read. Okay, well that block is in the way for the western passage, so that's why I haven't been that way. Yeah, it's hard to read because there's like rooms that go down, they like snake up and down, and you have to like be able to figure out what's connected by doing this. Let's see, I guess I need to change the water levels again. Let's go do it. Experiencing classic water temple confusion right now. But you know, I still don't necessarily feel like I'm like stuck. I feel like I just have lots of avenues to explore, and exploring them is a little tedious because of the water level stuff. The last time that I played through Ocarina of Time, I had the very distinct thought that the water temple is not as bad as people say it is. And one of my questions is, will that hold up on this playthrough? Will I have the same experience? Or perhaps a different experience? Here we go. The map is not promising. Okay, yeah, there's a hole. What's in the hole? Classic question. Your office here has tons of people dressed up for Halloween. That's cool, Optimus. Sounds like a great place to work, if that's the case. Are you dressing up, Optimus? Or anybody else? Anybody dressing up tonight? I'm gonna be a wizard. You're dressed as a random Sith Inquisitor. That's cool. Very nice. Had to put random things together to get the look together. Yeah, that's kind of what my costume is too. I've accumulated a lot of costume pieces at this point, so just gotta stick the right ones together. Okay, this is timed. I have memories of this being frustrating. Oh. Can I walk up this thingy? No. Whew, made it. Took a lot of damage, but it's fine. I don't have any fairies in my inventory right now. I should play like that is fresh in my memory. Well, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, come on. Why? Duh. Why am I missing this guy? Am I doing it too late or too early? I'm not sure. Or am I hitting the other one instead? I can barely see what's happening now with the bars in front of me. Okay. One is down. Two are down. That was so difficult. Should that have been that difficult? Probably could have just taken the boots off and pieced out of there. You have black t-shirt, old black coat with lots of front pockets, back brace with small silver lining, and red sash across it. Sounds awesome, Optimus. And makeup, nice. This might be your favorite room in this dungeon to do in rando. Do you mean the room like that? Do you mean the whole room with like the whirlpool, or do you mean just the room like after the gate closed, the little tiny room with the two clam enemies? I'm assuming you mean the former. The whole room, okay. Looks legit for being random stuff in your house. Very cool, Optimus. You should share some pics if you've got any in Discord. Okay, that's the... Okay, we just gotta go out the way I came. Got it. KJ, hello, welcome. It's been 50 years since Queen released their single Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh wow, what an anniversary. Thanks for letting us know. Rogowski, what's going on? Welcome. That was a WWE-worthy cage match right there. Thank you for saying so. Hope you're having a good one. Happy Halloween, everybody, by the way. You know, my hope is that we're going to get to the Shadow Temple for the occasion of streaming on Halloween. But if not, I mean, the Water Temple is probably considered the scariest dungeon in the game anyways. Okay, and what if I go down? Is there anything down here? There's nothing down here. How are you this fine morning? I'm doing well, doing well. I had been experiencing some of the classic Water Temple confusion for a little bit, but I think we've made it through. We've at least made it to the next step. We'll see. I may open this door and there may be more confusion waiting for me on the other side. Alright. Kind of annoying that you gotta use the hook shot to get up here and can't just swim to the top, but whatevs. To say, I don't think arrows just don't work on those guys. I guess I'm just missing them. All right, the next door. We want water level all the way up. John Unicycle, thank you for the 7-stream watch streak. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Happy Halloween. So on Wednesday night, I finished Echo Night on PS1. That was another game that I did on stream. And that game was so good. I'm so glad that I played that. That's a game that was kind of like on the list for years and years. But I was kind of saving it for stream, for like the right time, in the right place. And the stars finally aligned. It's really, really good. If you guys ever get a chance to play Echo Night, take it. Is this where I want to be? I think so. Oh, come on. He usually drops hearts, right? You got hearts for me? Nope. You know, I vaguely keep the timing right for Zelda's Lullaby, but play it really fast. Increase the tempo. But I can't just press the buttons blindly. Can't press them with no rhythm. That would just be sinful. Nobody's got hearts for me. Oh, I want to be going through a door. Where's the door? Door? There we go. Heart. Thank you. Much needed. Much appreciated. So Echo Night had two puzzles that I thought were super interesting because both of them relied on like real world skills. I think it's really cool when video games have that, but it's got to be done right. Like it can't be done in a way that you can't possibly do it. One of them was a puzzle involving Morse code, so I had to decode the Morse code. Now it had like, there was like a poster in the room that had the, like, you know, the lookup for the Morse code, but you had to know that it was Morse code. Actually, I guess you didn't. You had to like put the long sound, short sound thing together, right? You had to figure out that it was Morse code, and then you had to like use the table to decode it. Doing good. Payday today. Nice. Enjoy. The other puzzle was you got a music box, and then there's like an organ, and like you know you look at the organ and it like does a close-up of the keys, and you can play the keys, and what you had to do was figure out the melody by ear. And I thought it was really interesting that it was figured out by ear, because most games that have a puzzle like that, they might have like a document somewhere that maps like the keys on the keyboard to the notes in the music box, and really the keyboard would just be like an abstraction of entering a number on a keypad, right? But having you have to like play the melody by ear was very cool. Alright, what do I do from here? I'm stuck if I go over there. Do I need to lower that water? Oh yeah, I do. Because now I won't be stuck. Now I can hop over that dragon head. I have a funny story from last night. So I've been playing through Dark Souls 3 off stream, and my 6-year-old really loves it. He wants to play all the time. So I gave him a turn after I was done, and he and my 9-year-old was watching him, and he got to a place where there was like, he did not kill another merchant, Rogoski. He was playing on his own character. He has his own character now. So if he wants to kill a merchant, that's fine. But they got to a place where there was like a low level of detail in the distance on like a castle tower. And and my 6-year-old couldn't remember what the name of the game, but he was like, "It looks like Mario 44." And my 9-year-old was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "You mean 64?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, 64." And they were like, "It does look like Mario 64." It was funny. It was funny that they just equated like low resolution, low level of detail in the distance with Mario 64. Echo Knight was truly the ultimate finale to the King's Knight, Gabriel Knight, Echo Knight trilogy. Austin, I don't know if you realize this, but Echo Knight, it's night like the opposite of day. It's not night the the medieval guardian. Mario 44 is iconic. It is now. It's just as iconic as the Goron special crop now. All right, we're here. The famous room. You guys remember what this room looked like when Nintendo Switch Online dropped? Do you remember seeing those screenshots? That was abysmal. That was embarrassing. I can't believe that they released the game like that. It's kind of wild. Mario 44. Mario storms the beaches of Normandy. That could be a fun game. Do I use the hammer in this fight? I feel like I use the hammer in this fight. I feel like that's a thing that I've done. It was a localization error by the marketing team. It's Echo Knight. It's clearly a prequel to Shovel Knight. Alright, you figured out the secret, Austin. Also, what about Din's Fire? Dark Knight. Oh yeah. Doesn't really work, does it? I love the way that Dark Link just appears. Like, you just turn around and he's standing there. Oh, how did he get a hit on me? Wait, does Din's Fire damage him? Thought it was meant to be Gecko Knight, a spin-off from the Gex series. That could be. That could be also. Maybe all these things are true. We live in a world of shared universes. I'm gonna die. I don't know if Din's Fire is working or not. But the one time that I got a hit with the sword, he did, like, fall into the water like that, so... I'm just gonna use all my magic, why not? I'm never using it in any other way. No, it's not reaching him. He's running away. Okay, that time it reached him, I guess. Out of magic. I was thinking about this might be a spot to try Pharaoh's Wind, but oh, I'm out of that. Didn't even know this game had magic, to be honest. The magic is like very not useful for the most part. That one spell, the fire spell that I was using, that's like the only really useful one. Oh god, we're gonna die, aren't we? Well, just in case I die, so we don't add to the death counter. Oh man. One hit left. No health here. Oh, I saw his eyes for a second. Did you just jump on your sword? Yep, that's what he does. Alright, we're gonna not get the death counter increased. Should I go buy healing items? I think so. Ah, I'm stuck. Alright, iron boots. Let's go spend my money. This temple is why you want to play the 3DS version. You know, I don't think that the boots, that equipping the boots is really that bad, to be honest. There we go. So many cool mechanics with Dark Link. Dark Link feels very Dark Souls-y to me. Like, the way he's just standing there, there's no intro cutscene or anything, you just go into a weird room, and then you turn around and he's there, and then you fight him. I feel like Dark Souls had to be inspired by that scene in particular. It's just like Dark Souls. I've been playing through the Dark Souls games off stream, so it's very like prevalent in my brain right now. I definitely think that that Dark Souls is inspired by. I mean, it's inspired by Zelda in so many ways. I actually think that Dark Souls does what Zelda does. What is very compelling about Zelda, Dark Souls does that. Dark Link, just an example. From Software openly, proudly admitted they were heavily inspired by Zelda. Good, as they should. All right, what do I want here? How much are fairies? I guess first I want to heal up. You know what Miyazaki has said is his, like, the game that convinced him that he needed to make games was Eco for PS2. I think that's really cool. I haven't played that game yet, but I love Shadow of the Colossus. I've played Shadow of the Colossus, and I totally see the influence on Dark Souls there too. When Breath of the Wild came out, tons of people were accusing it of copying Dark Souls. That's kind of funny. There is this, like, there is a, you know, I understand Unicycle's previous message, like, you know, it's like so popular that a lot of things that it takes influence from, people are like, oh, this is just like Dark Souls. I totally get it. And there was a famous moment where a Dark Souls account replied to one of those big posts and said, actually, we were inspired by them. You were inspired by them. It was a very classy moment. From Software is very classy, I feel like. I'm becoming quite the fan of From Software in recent years. Especially after playing Echo Knight. Echo Knight was just like a whole nother level of FromSoft that I hadn't seen yet. Oh wait, I wanna get fairies. Let's get fairies. I wish I could skip this text. Not really a fan of their games, but have a huge amount of respect for how they make them. Yeah, they really are works of art. I don't know if do you know this story, Austin? Miyazaki, who's the guy who was like, he's like I think he's the president of From Software now, but he was like the mind behind Demon Souls and Dark Souls and all of the like that, the whole series, right? In like the late 2000s, From Software had this project where they were trying to make the Oblivion killer. Like, Oblivion was really popular, and they were like, oh, we need to make an open world RPG that can go toe-to-toe with Oblivion and release it on PS3. So I had this project going to make that RPG, and it was, were they trying to make two worlds? It would have been two worlds, I think, without Miyazaki stepping in. They would have just made two worlds. Miyazaki was like working for the company. He hadn't like led any projects yet. But he like heard about this, and he was like, there's no way that this could ever be successful. I'm gonna do everything I can to get to become the leader of this project. I think like the higher ups at the time like knew that this was doomed to fail. Like the project was behind schedule. They didn't have anywhere near the budget to make it what they were going for. And so Miyazaki looked at this project and he realized this project is definitely going to fail. I'm going to do everything I can to get onto this so that I can shape it into what I want to be, this idea for a game that I have. Because if it fails, nobody will care because it was doomed to fail anyways. They already know that. But if it succeeds, then it'll be great. So that's how Demon Souls got made, because there was this floundering project that they knew was doomed to fail, and this guy saw it as an opportunity to make the game he always wanted to make. I think that's such a cool story. And it really goes to show that, like, this is someone's expression. That game is really more than just, trying to ship a product to turn a profit. And that video games at large can be more than that. Alright, we are full up on fairies. Hell yeah, brother. Love the story of how the multiplayer was inspired by Miyazaki getting stuck in traffic, because honestly, when I'm stuck in traffic, I'm ready for PvP. I haven't heard that one, Rogowski. But it makes sense. I can see it. Alright, time to go back. Where's those boots? Alright, we are fully geared up. It's time to go fight Dark Link once again. Just talking about games as works of art brings me back to what I was talking about this when towards the beginning of stream. But I just watched this video from Good Vibes Gaming this morning, where they were talking about an issue with a lot of retro game remasters. Like there's always this idea that when you re-release an older game, you have to like improve upon it or modernize it or make it quote-unquote better somehow. And oftentimes what ends up happening is that the especially when it comes to visuals, but also gameplay elements, like the original vibes of these games are altered, and not always for the better. And even if it is for the better, that's totally subjective. And it's just like this idea that games need to be improved to be re-released is like undermines the idea that games are works of art. It's like, imagine if we did that with like paintings. What it reminds me of is, I don't remember the name of the painting, but there's this famous example where there's this like like a priceless painting of Jesus that some lady found, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna restore this, and then it looks like a toddler drew over it. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's extreme example. Bet I could fix Guernica. Yeah, exactly, Rogowski. That's what it feels like sometimes with the remasters that get put out. And he was in this video, he was talking about like all kinds of stuff, like even like Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast versus on GameCube, and how that game is different. but there's a lot of stuff like Chrono Cross with AI upscaling. Like, this video was saying a lot of things that I have felt for a long time, and I felt very validated but from watching it. I should post it on my Discord. I will make sure to do that because I think it's a really important one. Like, what I think companies should be doing is just releasing games in their original resolutions, just upscaled, like the same way you would upscale by playing it on an original console. That's what I would want to see more than anything. And when I talk about representing classic games authentically, that's exactly what I mean. Like, with no alterations to how they were created. Dodges arrows. Oh, don't I use bombs to fight him? Am I imagining that? Do I use bombs to fight Dark Moon? Maybe I'm imagining that. Bone Shock, what's going on? You don't want 4K horizontally stretched effect Xanadu? I don't want anything horizontally stretched. Oh my god, that's the worst. That's the worst. I don't understand why there's so many retro game compilations that even have that as an option in the settings. Why does everybody include that as an option? Ultra smoothing. Oh my god, smoothing filters. That's the other thing. Happy Halloween, Bone Shock. How are you doing? Are you dressing up today? Let's begin with Din's fire. Oh, he's standing on my sword. I feel like the strategy that I usually use uses the hammer, but I don't know. It's not working for me right now. So I'm just gonna spam all my magic at him. I should use the other spell to navigate around the water temple better. I should make more use of that. Happy Halloween, doing well, thanks. Yeah, we're doing some costumes from Wicked for handing out candy. Oh, very cool. Very exciting. We've got a medieval theme this year, a family theme. My older kids are gonna be knights. My 1-year-old is gonna be a dragon. And my wife is gonna be a thief. And I'm a wizard. No magic to do that, that's right. if I'm making you guys dizzy. Apparently everyone at one of the clinics here dressed as Star Wars characters, so you just got invited to take a pic with all of them. It was fun. Oh, nice. You didn't even plan it. Trick-or-treating all throughout this medical building, too. Very nice. Are there kids there? Or is it just the adults trick-or-treating? Which is perfectly fine. No kids, the adults are the kids. Perfect. What else can I use? Deku nuts? Doesn't seem like he's, doesn't seem like Deku nuts are phasing him. Hookshot's not doing anything. Patients here love seeing the costumes. Nice. Adults need candy too. That's very true. It's a cancer center that you work at? Ah, gotcha. Look how he's just standing there watching me. Like, what are you doing? Why is he being such a butthead? That's just how he be. Here, let's just take out a fairy now so that we don't have to see the cutscene. Oh, can I attack him with a bottle? Let's go try using this rock. Oh, there's an invisible wall over here. Can't actually use the rock. What about Giant's Knife? Is this the time for Giant's Knife to shine? Oh! It hit him! The Giant's Knife, let's go! Giant's Knife was the only weapon that got there. All of you guys who trash talk the Giant's Knife, think again. Look at that thing. It didn't even break. It didn't even break when I hit him with it. Okay, now you want the trivia dump about Dark Link. Go for it, Austin. Feel free. Dump all the trivia you got. Found the long shot. Link, be careful. Don't get swallowed by the vortexes. Actually, Navi, the plural of vortexes is vortices. Thank you very much. If I put the boots on, I can navigate this nice and calmly, can't I? Oh. Nope, that's not calm. How much health he has is based on your HP when you enter his room. So if you enter with really low health and then heal, it's like a one-hit KO. Oh. Interesting. I definitely didn't know that before. Skulltula. Shut up, Navi. Navi's fine. I'm thankful for her tips. Why can't I use the hook shot? Okay, I need to be fully underwater to use it. Got it. Hammer and Dins work great. The best vanilla advice is not to lock on. It's much easier to hit them unlocked. Oh, see, the pro Dark Souls players probably know that. That's something that people say about a lot of Dark Souls bosses. No! No! Get up! No! No, Link! You can do it. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Escape. Okay, I give up. The more time passes, Dark Link becomes more solid black, and his AI becomes more aggressive. After a few minutes, he just becomes impossible. Interesting. I didn't notice that him becoming more solid black, but I did notice his aggression going up over time, and I thought that was a good thing because I thought that like him attacking might be giving me openings to hit him. But maybe his attacks don't affect how open he is to getting hits. Okay, do I remember there being a fairy in one of these pots? Oh god. There is a fairy. There is a fairy, but am I gonna get it? Yes. I wanted to get it in a bottle, but well, that'll have to do. I can probably just put on the boots and sink and be safe. Whew. Alright. No! No! We're trapped again. So he was just being a butthead. Okay. He was definitely being a butthead. Chiliko and Juan, happy Friday, happy Halloween. How are you doing? Welcome in. We're in the Water Temple, the scariest dungeon in Ocarina of Time. I don't remember having such a hard time with this room, with this river. Oh my goodness. No! Alright. We're going down. To hell with this temple. You know, I think it's not as hard as people say it is. I remember having this feeling last time I replayed Ocarina of Time. Like, I made it through the Water Temple just fine. And I was like, I think the Water Temple difficulty is overrated. It might be the hardest dungeon in the game, though. I think that's valid. I think that's probably true. But it's not insurmountable. It's not unreasonable. I'm doing good though. I'm very happy to be here playing some Ocarina of Time. We're hopefully gonna do the two scariest dungeons today: Shadow Temple and Water Temple. No, I can't just hook shot over there. We made it. I feel like this is the key that I somehow always miss, but I don't know how that could possibly be, right? Because is this the only way back? It's just a dead end this way, so that can't be the key that I missed. I don't know. Maybe it's that key behind the bombable wall that I always miss. Alright, Long Shot has opened up so many possibilities all over the world. There's a Gold Skulltula that we need to get. Can't forget about that guy. I don't even know what the water level is in the first room anymore. Oh, it's all the way up. Love that name, Chili Con Juan. It's a good name. I agree. Oh, and it just got so much easier to change the water level, too. That's nice. There we go. We can reach. Get that reach. What do you guys think? Is there any dungeon that you think is harder than the Water Temple? Yeah, I do feel like the Water Temple is not unreasonably hard, but it is probably the hardest dungeon in the game. I think that's how I would couch it. In Ocarina, or in any Zelda game, I guess. I guess probably... what would have harder dungeons than Ocarina of Time? I feel like Zelda games got a lot easier after Ocarina of Time. Oh, I thought there was a target I could hook onto over there. I guess not. Guess we gotta go down. The cistern? Really? Oh, there's a level in OG Tomb Raider that has a similar mechanic, the cistern. I thought you were talking about the ancient cistern in Skyward Sword for a second. I remember the cistern in Tomb Raider, and I remember likening it to the Water Temple for sure. I think for a first timer, it's been this and Spirit. I don't remember Spirit having. I guess for a first timer, if you don't think to go back in time to being a kid, I guess that would make it hard. Easily your least favorite level in the game, the cistern. The cistern. I think I remember when I played Tomb Raider, there's a key that I just did not see. I just like did not register in my brain, and I was walking around that cistern for like 4 hours. I played it on stream, so I spent like an entire stream looking for this one key, and then after 4 hours, I walked by it, and that time I finally saw it. So I can see that. It's easy to do. Level is so big. Yeah, the thing is, I walked right by the key so many times. I'm pretty sure. Similar thing happened to me in Echo Night the other night when there was a key that I just walked right by multiple times, and then eventually I looked up a guide and it said there's a key on this table, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" Sure enough, there was a key on that table. Oh, Spirit has a lot of non-linear navigation, just the time travel aspect, yeah. The time travel aspect is definitely the like the thing that I remember tripping me up about Spirit Temple, like the first time that I went through it. Of course, I had the Nintendo Power Player's Guide at that time, so I knew what I needed to do. I just remember being surprised by it. Also, similar to water, there are lots of small keys that are often missed. Well, we'll see how I do when I get there. Let's see, I can go out of here with the water low now. Guessing that's something. Oh no, I know what I have to do. I have to. There's that place. Maybe I can still do that with the water down. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Maybe not. All right, we'll raise the water. Come on, Link. You could do better. Oh, I just messed that up. If I wanted to raise the water, I gotta go back now. I think I can hit the hookshot thing. Maybe? Got it. First try. Hooray! Which way now? Over here, over here. What's over here? I have 3 keys now, and now I don't know where any locked doors are. Have I seen a locked door? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's also that room with the spikes that has a target I couldn't reach. And where is that? I feel like that's on the first level. Perhaps here. Why is the timing gotta be so precise with these guys? Here we go. Oh. I might have gone the wrong way. This doesn't look familiar. Oh, this is that room with the Skulltula. Ooh, look how smooth that was. Did anybody else appreciate that? How I, you know, jumped into the water and then put the boots on it and went right down the hole? That felt nice. If I was a speedrunner, it seems like that would be a cool thing to do. It was a cool thing to do regardless, but... This is a place that I just was at, isn't it? I should use the map. Where's the map? I need to go north. Am I going north? I don't think so. I mean, I'm going north, but not the north that I want to be going. Ah, this is the one where I need to hook shot. Do the same thing. Did the same thing last time, I remember. When do you guys think we're gonna get more information about the Legend of Zelda movie? I kind of forget that that's something that's happening. And they've already shown us the actors for Link and Zelda. I also forget about that. Every time I hear something about it, it's only about the actors. That's all they've revealed so far, is who's playing them. Why is it live action is what I want to know. I also think that that's a surprising choice, but at the same time, you know, I think that the Mario movie was good. I think the Mario movie did exactly what people wanted, and my feeling about the Mario movie was, okay, some of the choices here seem really strange, but you know, I trust Shigeru Miyamoto. If he is really as involved as he says he is, then it's probably going to be good, and it was. So they've got a lot of goodwill from me for the Zelda movie. I also wouldn't have chosen it to be live action, but also that's why I'm not Shigeru Miyamoto. So we'll see. I think I'm ready to be surprised, however it ends up. When they announced the movie, I remember I went on this little kick of watching a bunch of Zelda fan films, which are all really weird and like bizarrely dark. And I remember specifically one of them. I remember seeing like the trailer for it when they were making it, like when I was a kid. And I watched that one, and it was so weird. They're all of them are fever dreams, I would say. Which way do I want to move this block? I really don't know. I'm just gonna go forward. Excuse me. Have any of you guys ever watched any Legend of Zelda fan films? It's definitely a time. No, the idea of that terrifies you. I think it's interesting. It's like a whole, like, you could do some kind of like study on them, because there's not a single one that has the vibe of Legend of Zelda. And you know, maybe one thing that shows is how the vibe of Zelda has changed over time, but I don't know, if you go back to like the cartoon, the 1989 cartoon, I don't feel that the vibe is that different. You know, it's just with like a, you know, late 80s coat of paint, 80s cartoon coat of paint on it. But then you watch some of these fan films and they're like... there's one where it's like Link and Zelda are old and I don't remember what the hook was, but I remember they were old and maybe they needed to like go back in time to when they were young or something like that. Which I guess they took from Ocarina of Time. I guess, like, you know, instead of being teenagers and going back to when they were little kids, they were old people and went back to when they were like young adults. It's such a bizarre vibe, though. I feel like you could write a dissertation on it, though. Just for how weird they are. Ah, right. That door stays open for a limited time. Oh! That didn't work. I'm gonna compile a list of all the Zelda fan films. Wait, why did I go that way? Why did I jump back down? Did I get what I needed to get? I don't think I did. I don't have a boss key yet. And I think there was a Skulltula over there that we want to get. Got a little too jumpy. Get away from me! Let's try this again. Also, what does the map look like? There's a chest somewhere. Ah, there's a chest this way also. Maybe this is one that I always miss. Seems extremely missable. Ah! Also, it's hard to make this jump. There we go. Alright, more slowly this time. There's a Skulltula. Can I hit it with an arrow from here? No, can I reach it with the long shot from here? Beautiful. Alright, and I definitely need to take that right. So we gotta wait for the stone to go down. I'm pretty sure this is one that I miss all the time. This is probably the one. Nightmare Day is going good. Thank you for lurking. Alright, up we go. Alright, it all worked out. It all worked out in the end. let's catch that fairy. Where is it? Come on out. Come on out, fairy. There we go. Now it's boss time. What am I falling on? One of those clams. I'm really just curious about what the movie is gonna be like, though. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it until, like, I hadn't thought about it in months, and now I'm thinking about it, and like, what are the enemies gonna look like? What kind of enemies are they gonna have in it? It's gonna be really interesting, no matter what. Okay, the water is all the way down. We wanna go up. Can I go up without raising the water level? You think it will be a fever dream? I am hopeful. I won't like get my hopes up too high. I'll say, but I expect it to be good. Not for any logical reason other than I feel like they won't let it be bad. Can I go up farther? I'm usually pretty pessimistic about, like, I would say movies are one of the things that I'm the most pessimistic about. I don't know why I have so much faith. Your room is really bright. It is. I should probably go close my blinds. You're right, Optimus. I just took a look at the camera. Actually, you know what I can probably do is just decrease my exposure. How's that? Got the glow. It's a daytime stream. I have the window open. Or not the window open, but the blinds are open. I was experimenting with that for the daytime vibes. Alright, let's raise this water. I spent way too much time trying to get up without raising the water level. Definitely more time than it takes to play the song. Used to seeing you at night mostly. Forget people have windows. Yeah. It looks pretty similar to how it looks at night if the blinds are closed, though, I will say. But I kind of like having the blinds open for morning streams. Can't get up from here, right? Right. Yeah, I hate that I have to go all the way through to raise the water level again. I just want to go fight Morpha. Am I even in the right place? Nope. Recently grabbed blackout shades for your game room when it's completed. Blackout shades are like too much for me. I want to know that it's daytime out. I don't want my circadian rhythm to be too disrupted. Wait a minute. Scarecrow? What were you trying to show me over there, Navi? She's just trying to show me that I can raise the water level, but let's see. You only like blackout in your bedroom? That's fair. That makes sense. You don't want to be woken up by the light. Although I will say, sometimes there's glares on the TV in here during the day, and blackout curtains would help that. So I have actually thought about it just for the purposes of glare reduction. But I do actually want to like know that it's day out. I want to like just be aware of the daytime. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Where's my arrows at? Besides the sun damage to your games, the glare on screen is annoying too. Okay, I can see for you, Optimus, about the sun damage concern. That makes sense. What's the deal with this? I just gotta run? Do I need to wear the iron boots for this? Stop me from sliding? Nope, that's not true at all. I remember this now that I see it, but I don't remember what the what the solution is to it. Okay, it is just walk straight up. Just don't give up. That's the solution. Ah. Man, you gotta time it all the way. This seems like something that I would like remember how to do because it's so. It seems so hard, but I don't remember this ever being this hard. Nope, that's not gonna do it. This is another weird one. I don't remember ever having a problem with this in the past. They're like out of phase with each other too. I don't know if that's because they've hit me or what. There we go. Will I make this one? Made it! Finally! You even have to be careful with your lighting. You had fluorescent bulbs in there, and you swapped for dimmable LEDs, because it can burn the spines. Oh, wow. Alright. Link, look out! That isn't normal water over there! I like how she says it like it's in the process of attacking me. Don't the iron boots just let you walk right up that? I thought that for a second, Negatron, but then I put them on and it didn't work. But maybe I approached it wrong or something. Regular boots did work. Morpha is such a weird creature. Giant aquatic amoeba. Morpha. Let's fight it over here. Whoa. Been a while since I've seen this cutscene. I actually love this, like, you know, the cinematography of this attack. I think it's great. There we go. That's what we need to wait for. Come on. Come on. What? Come on. Get it. Love this Abyss reference. Yeah, it is an Abyss reference, isn't it? The Abyss is such a great movie. I haven't watched that in a long time. I've definitely thought about rewatching it, though. I feel like usually I pull it into a place where it's like, where I can get more than one hit at a time. I never imagined that. Yeah, 'cause even there, I only got one hit. Michael Biehn was great too as the military guy. I don't even remember Michael Biehn being in it. I don't know how I didn't notice it was Michael Biehn. It was like, I watched The Abyss in college and I've only seen it once. That was a long time ago now. I'm surprised I didn't recognize Michael Biehn. It's gone. You don't want to be in here. Gotta get up. Oh no. I got grabbed again. It's a cool animation for an attack, but I ideally don't want to see it more than once. You know what is a great, well, I don't know if great is the right word, but a game that is heavily inspired by The Abyss that I really want to play more of. I've played like the first little bit of it before, but never got too far in it. Deep Fear for Sega Saturn. Has anybody ever seen that game before? It's basically Sega trying to copy Resident Evil, and it's a survival horror game. It's like old school survival horror. It came out before Resident Evil 2, after Resident Evil 1, but before Resident Evil 2. We're gonna get Fairy, right? Okay, good. What game is this? Deep Fear, Optimus. It's called Deep Fear. It's got amazing voice acting, and by amazing I mean amazingly cheesy. It's got gameplay really similar to Resident Evil 1. It takes place in an underwater research station, just like The Abyss. It's really cool. That's one that I've thought about playing on stream sometime. Come on. Why can't I grab you? I feel like this fight is taking so long. Oh my gosh. I got grabbed again. After this fight, I'm definitely gonna have to take it back. I guess we'll see the cutscenes and everything before I take a break. Finally! Just one hit again. I need to be more ready to do jump attack. I say that immediately. Don't do jump attack. I think I would have fallen into the water if I tried it there. The thing just yeeted you like it was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing for it. I've gotten hit by this so many times. Since when was Morpha this hard? Not necessarily hard, just it's taking a long time. Oh, come on. Is it like a liquid octopus? It's like, it's you know, in the pool is goo that is like controlled by the little nucleus thing.
Hey, paisanos!
Bitrate Bard, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Morpha is giving me a tough time. The Water Temple gave me kind of a tough time. Well, I don't know if the difficulty of the Water Temple is as high as its reputation might have it, but I would say it's probably the hardest dungeon in the game. Easily. My timing is just really bad with one shot. Finally, got it. So it's a Nickelodeon Kraken. Sounds like a reasonable name. Nickelodeon because of the slime, I presume. Wait, but where's our heart piece? Where's our heart container? There it is, okay. We don't want to miss that. You get why everyone loves this game? Best game ever made, Optimus. Best game ever made, in my humble opinion. Chamber of Sages. Of course, Ruto is the Sage of Water. Link. I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. I have to guard the Water Temple as the Sage of Water. And you're searching for the Princess Zelda? Ha, you can't hide anything from me. Princess Zelda, she's alive. I can sense it. So don't be discouraged. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully. Yay! Medallion. You receive the water medallion. Ruto awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If you see Sheik, please give him my thanks, okay? Will do, Ruto. As the water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. Link, you did it. Did Ruto want to thank me? I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? Look at that, Link. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroyed the evil monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here. Sheikah's up there in the tree. I love all the Sheik cutscenes. All the Sheik cutscenes are so good. Okay, I know I said I have to go to the bathroom, but let's first just go up to the top of this tree. Ah, I can't go up there. Okay, before, well... Oh, did I miss the chance? Oh, I missed it. Oh, you gotta be so quick with this rising sun. The Jurassic Park tree. Why is it the Jurassic Park tree? The only Jurassic Park tree I can think of is the one that the car gets stuck in. Let's look for someone who might know something about the other sages. Oh, there's Skulltula's only here at night, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna get up and go to the bathroom and maybe get some more coffee. So I will leave you guys here. Well, I can play the Sun Song to make the time do what we want. We'll just hang out, Lake Hylia vibes while I go do those things. Because it's Jurassic Park tree instead of Jurassic Park 3. Oh! Ah. Thank you, Austin. Thank you for the 3 claw marks on it. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna use the bathroom, make some coffee, and then we'll head to the real spooky parts. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Alright guys, I'm back. Hello. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about that, but we're back. I made myself a latte with espresso. I had to go grocery shopping like early in the morning. Like roll out of bed and go grocery shopping. Thanks Bitrate Bard. And I bought some espresso capsules for the espresso machine, which, you know, don't have or use all the time, but it's nice when I could get them. Espresso latte. Yeah, it's exciting. It feels so fancy. Okay, let's see. We were trying to climb this tree maybe at night. Did anybody hear if a Gold Skull Tula was crawling around on the tree at night? Or maybe I already got it. Maybe I already got this Gold Skull Tula, but I have like a vague memory of not being able to get it without the long shot. Oh, there it is. All right. Good. I didn't hallucinate or anything. It does exist, and now we have it. Oh, my latte is really delicious, actually. Usually I just drink black coffee. So it's nice to have a little treat every now and then. Okay, are we ready to go to Kakariko Village? And the quickest way to get there is via actually, you know what? We should ride across. No, I don't have any arrows. Okay, let's do that again. I was thinking maybe I ride across Hyrule Field and we gather some a big Poe or something along the way. But no, I used all the arrows trying to hit the sun as it was too late. So, oh well. We need to be a kid. We need to be a kid and go to Kakariko Village, actually. So this works. We gotta go below the well. We're getting into the real Halloween-themed stuff now. Exciting. While I was on break, I was checking Discord. I didn't post that video I was talking about remasters. I did not post it on my own Discord yet, but I posted it in another Discord server I'm on, and it generated lots of discussion. I'm very excited to read it all after stream. I just like saw that the discussion was happening. Didn't read much of it yet. Alright, they won't let us out unless it's daytime. I'm not sure what I can get with the long shot, like, in terms of secrets and stuff. I do want to get into the Shadow Temple. You know, it's Halloween, so we've got to get to the Shadow Temple. So we're just gonna go straight there, I think. Usually I take the time to explore with the new item that I get. Usually I know of a place that I can go, but with the long shot, I don't really remember. I don't really remember anything. Oh, you know what? This guy that's on the roof as an adult in Kakariko, that's something that I can see with the long shot for the first time. I think he gives me something. I don't remember what he gives. He might give a piece of heart, but I don't fully remember. Also, how am I doing on Skulltulas? 37. At some point, I only get a reward for every 20. I don't know if I'm there yet. But I feel like it's probably up to 50 that you can get a reward for. Alright, it's time to teach him the song. Teach him the song that he will teach me in 7 years from now. Oh, I missed it. Didn't register. We're messing up the windmill. Oh, there's something up there on the windmill. That's probably a long shot thing as well. Oh no, we drained the well. Oh, we gotta talk to him. Go around, go around, go around. What? It's going way too fast. I was talking about my speculations about the Zelda movie, and another thing that I wonder about is what kind of music are they gonna have? What famous songs are gonna be in the Zelda movie? Why do I have a vague memory that you need to bomb a wall at the bottom of the well? Is that a thing? Does anybody else remember that? Is that a Mandela effect? We are firmly in the horror content of Ocarina of Time. I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Look for the Eye of Truth. That's what they're saying. The Eye of Truth, we can see that's a fake wall. Also, another thing that Dark Souls is influenced by from Zelda. If there's any licensed pop music in the Zelda movie, I will cry. Austin, I feel you. Me too. I cannot imagine any scenario where that's good in any way. I agree. Here, we can blow up some rotting corpses over here. You got Bombchu. I got Bombchu. Okay, you know what? I do actually need to close my blinds now because the glare is encroaching. Alright, so I'll be right back. This was a really funny auto mod. Alright. We have shade. Do I need to up my... Oh, you know what I need to do is up the light. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Looking pretty good. Like, even a Knight's Tale tongue-in-cheek vibes are not welcome. Huh. I also would say that they're not welcome. But would I be the most upset ever? I don't know if it would make me cry. I can hear the spirits whispering in this room. Look for the Eye of Truth. That's what they're saying. And I'm wondering, like, will it have those? Should I expect that it will have Knight's Tale tongue-in-cheek vibes? That's more what I'm, like, hesitant about, is like, is it reasonable to think that it won't have this? Like, you have expectations and you have hopes. And sometimes they're two different things. Don't think the Zelda movie works for you unless it takes itself pretty seriously. There's plenty of humor in Zelda though, right? But you would still want to see like the Zelda humor, like the specific brand. Like you still want Beetle. You want to see Beetle, right? or Groose, right? You want to see characters like that, right? Doesn't have to be dark or realistic, but it's got to be art/fantasy. I was talking, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this, Austin, but when the Zelda movie first got announced, I went on kind of a kick of looking at Zelda fan films, and even I watched at least one of them, like, from beginning to end, and all of them are like so bizarrely dark. Like, they're really dark. And it's really weird. It's like everybody who had the inspiration to make a Zelda fan film all had this interpretation of Zelda that I would say is like, you know, definitely different from like modern Zelda interpretation, but maybe it wasn't as different from like how people viewed Zelda in the 90s. Okay, let's do this. But I can say without a doubt that I don't want it to take itself too seriously based on looking at all those Zelda fan movies. I think that it could be, like, taking itself too seriously is the wrong move. Based on that. Some levity is fine as long as it's balanced. I don't need Beetle to be in the movie, to be honest, but he's allowed to be in there. Yeah, well, I don't mean like Beetle himself specifically, but a character that is Beetle-esque, right? Like I want there to be characters like Beetle, like Groose, like Tingle. Like I feel like those characters are integral to the Zelda vibe. Probably from peak Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess era for Darkness. Yeah, I would say like probably. I feel like probably most of them are mainly inspired by Ocarina of Time. Sure, most people feel similarly. I recognize I'm an outlier. Oh, about like wanting it to be played super serious. I mean, I do want it to take itself seriously, but also it needs to have the lightheartedness that is in all Zelda games. Like, that needs to be present in some way. Like, do I want a live action adaptation of the Zelda cartoon? No. But I want characters like Beetle. I think for my taste, there could be one character like Groose, Beetle, Tingle. I mean, I don't think that every character should be like that, but I think there could be multiple characters like that. I got a little lost. Where am I? What do we do here? Whatever it's... well... Whatever it is, I don't need it. Let's keep going. I need to get up there. Or down there from above. It's a very delicate dance, though. The lightheartedness of the Mario movie is like in-your-face Joss Whedon-esque jokes. For lightheartedness of Zelda, I feel it's more nuanced. Definitely. Definitely it is. It cannot be the Mario movie. It cannot just be Mario in a Link costume, right? Oh, do I have to do something with these? The Goron special crop. Okay, no, that didn't do anything. Is this where I came down from or something? Oh, maybe it's one place that I can come down from. The way that this game, for example, is lighthearted is more abstract. Yes, I would say so. Like the Gorons. The Gorons are a perfect example of like, you know, they're pretty lighthearted. They say pretty silly things. There's definitely other characters that say silly things. Like, you want the Gorons to always be thinking about eating rocks, right? Like, you want that to be the thing that they are talking about, like, every other line or something. Maybe not literally every other line, but you want the Gorons to be constantly hungry. That's part of their character, is kind of like a little bit of comic relief for being always hungry. They aren't caricatures. They feel somewhat like real people / beings. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, real people are... You know, there's some silly people that are also real. No! I got juked! I got juked by that chess. I don't know if that's the right use of the word juked, but we're going with it. Surely I blew up these rocks before, right? How'd they come back? Or are they different rocks? Maybe I didn't blow them up before. I guess not. Would you say that about Groose? As, like, not a caricature, feels somewhat like a real person? Jackie, hello, how's it going? Jackie, we're talking about the Zelda movie. What do you think about the Zelda movie? What do you want it to be? What do you absolutely not want there to be in it? Oh, I'm opening my menu because I thought that I got the Lens of Truth, but that was totally the map. Also, happy Halloween. It just so worked out that I'm doing the scary parts on Halloween. You want it to be a Marvel movie, but Zelda. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to troll Austin by saying that. I don't know. Austin just specifically was specifically talking about Joss Whedon-esque dialogue that he didn't want. I think Groose, over the course of a super long entire adventure, is an incredible character study, but do they fit something like that into a 90-minute movie? Well, I don't know. 90 minutes also is going to be too short for the Zelda movie, for sure. It's got to be at least 2 hours, preferably more like 2.5 hours. If it's 90 minutes, I think is going to be too short for a Zelda movie. Yeah, Austin was just saying he needs it to take itself very seriously, and I agree to an extent, but there's like a certain brand of humor that's in like all the Zelda games that I think should be there. I was talking about Groose and Tingle and I don't know who else did I bring up? Like the Happy Mask Salesman. Although he's maybe he's not always funny. But when you first meet him, he seems a little funny. He seems a little funny in Ocarina of Time, right? He's a little bit of a comic relief character. Okay, I want it to be like Super Mario Bros. 1993, but Zelda. Okay, now it is clear that Jackie's trolling. Did I go this way, by the way? Did I forget that I can dive? I feel like I did when I saw this the first time. Jackie's gonna rip me apart. Jackie will meet Groose one day. I don't know what that means, Austin. What do you mean by that? Oh, in Skyward Sword. Jackie will play Skyward Sword someday. Okay. I thought you were like, IRL, Jackie's gonna meet a person like Groose. And what is that gonna mean? Don't know. You can play Skyward Sword. You know, there's a lot of things that I don't like about Skyward Sword, but there's a lot of things that I do like. Groose is definitely one of the things I like. Like I say a lot, like the things that Skyward Sword does poorly, it's like the absolute worst in the franchise at. But the things that it does well, it is the best in the franchise. Like it's got some of the best music, it's got the best characters, it's got the best cutscenes. There's definitely a lot about Skyward Sword that's really beautiful, but it's just wrapped in a package of slog. I think mostly agree with that assessment. Cool. I'm glad we agree. I feel like this is like right now I'm going pretty easy on Skyward Sword compared to what I might usually say about it. Okay, speaking of Skyward Sword, I gotta talk about these statues in this room in just a second. After all the threats are gone and we can just like look at these statues. Do you like how the mummy just got up? I don't know if I ever saw him do that. Also, you didn't notice any of the problems with Skyward Sword on your first playthrough? Oh, I totally did. My first playthrough, quote unquote, took 10 years for Skyward Sword. I gave up on it many times. And I gave up on it pretty early. Like, every time I tried to play it, I gave up on the third dungeon. And it wasn't like a conscious, like, I don't want to play this anymore. It was just like, it just faded away. It was just like, I always had better things to do than play Skyward Sword. You 100%ed it at launch, so maybe you were just blinded by hype, don't know. Yeah, at launch, I played Skyrim more. Skyrim totally took over Skyward Sword for me. These birds. These statues of birds. This is one of the things that I remember people coming up with fan theories in like 1999 on the early days of the internet. I remember reading people's thoughts about the birds down here in the well and the bird symbol on the Hylian shield. And there's also a bird statue on the path into the castle. And I remember reading people saying that, like, oh, it's a symbol of the Sky Temple, which, you know, maybe this is like, you know, some ancient legend in the Hylian royal family. Because there's also like an NPC or something that says like this: the dark secrets of the royal family are buried in the well. And I remember thinking that sounded really silly. They're just random bird statues. And then, what, 13 years later, Skyward Sword comes out, and that theory is basically, I won't say like proven true, I'll say that they probably used that fan theory. Did the fan base invent sky temples? Yes, definitely, Jackie. They talk, you know, there was all kinds of like fake rumors of like, you know, stuff that people would say, oh, there's a secret temple, you just gotta do these crazy specific things to find it, and the Sky Temple was definitely one of them. Twilight Princess also has stuff that I remember reading in like fake rumors or fan theories. But Skyward Sword has like even more of it, and like very specific stuff. So yeah, I would say the fan base invented Sky Temples. What did I get from that? What did I get from lighting all the torches? Did I get something? Or, like, did the door open? We got a key in here. I guess that's enough. Guess I should be happy with the key. I got a small key, but it was in just one of the coffins. It wasn't in... like, I didn't have to light all those torches for it. What did I light all the torches for? Spooky. For Zelda. Do you remember when people wanted Tom Holland to be Link? I don't know why you saying for Zelda made me think about that, but I just, like, imagined Tom Holland saying, like, dressed as Link saying, for Zelda. And I was gonna say, what if that was in the Zelda movie? How would you like it? They weren't serious, I have to imagine. I feel like they were dead serious, Austin. This wall, it says something here. Danger above. That's what it says. Is that literally because a Skulltula was sitting above it? Okay, I know that I will fall down if I go that way. Ah, here we go. Is the Zelda movie based on any particular game? They haven't said anything about it yet. Literally the only information we know is we know the actors that are playing Link and Zelda. We know that Shigeru Miyamoto is heavily involved in it. And that it's live action. I think that's literally all we know. You want it to be based on Zelda 2? That would be great. Jackie, have you watched the Zelda cartoon, by the way? I feel like that's something that you need to see. No? I think you need to watch it. I love the Zelda cartoon. I think it's great. Zelda in the cartoon herself, the character of Zelda, is really awesome. That's like unironically, one of the best versions of Zelda. Okay, I know that there's a chest that I can open now that I drain the water. Maybe I should have looked right in front of the... Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Link, my boy, isn't that... Is that from the cartoon or is that from the CDI? Link, my boy. I can picture the voice. I think Jackie would have a heart attack if she watched a Zelda cartoon. You think so, Austin? Jackie, what do you think? You must have seen clips from it at least, right? Oh, no, there's nothing to see there. Here we go. This is what we want. From laughter, it is funny. There's plenty of funny stuff in it. I'm a Zelda cartoon defender for sure. Your library has a Zelda thing on DVD, but can't tell if it's a show. You've only seen, well, excuse me, princess. Well, you've seen a line that's in every single episode, at least. Boomerang. Where's the boomerang? I very recently watched all the episodes of the Zelda cartoon. Recently, maybe like a year ago, actually. So it's not that recent. Where did I enter this room from? Okay, here we go. It says 1989, so this is probably it. Yeah, that's the right year. I own the complete series on DVD. We watched it in my Discord a year ago. That's what I saw it most recently. The library has 4 copies of this DVD. It must be popular, right? Is that what makes libraries buy extra copies of something? Jackie's library just quietly having all the coolest stuff. You know, lots of libraries have really cool stuff. It's just that libraries aren't utilized by enough people. Nobody knows just how cool the library is. It might have been donated. Who would ever give away a copy of that, though? I plan on keeping mine until I die, for sure. Our library system is awesome because you live near a metro with a bunch of connected libraries. Very cool, very cool. Okay, I fell when I went towards that chest, right? Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. There we go. Is this where I wanted to be? Wait a minute. I thought that over here was gonna be the last of the silver rupees to grab. Did I get them all? I don't remember the well being so confusing. It's definitely confusing me. A metro. I'm assuming you mean a metropolitan area, not a train that they send library books across on the train. Mr. Redead, you grabbed me. I wish I had the compass. Is there a compass? I think there's a compass here. It'd be nice to have. There's like several chests, at least two. Several means two now. That, when I run towards them to open them gleefully, I just fall into that trap. And I could probably navigate around them. It's probably what the game wants me to do. Oh, where am I now? Hey, there we go. Is this the lens of truth? It's at least the compass. Okay, it's the compass. Look how many chests there are. We're back in the poison Redead water. Did you tell Austin how amazing Panzer Dragoon OVA was? It was pretty cool, Austin. I talked about how I thought the coolest part was all the trailers. Breath of the Wild is a big cache in Rando, lots of chests. Oh, wait, did you mean the well is a big cache? Yeah, we watched the Panzer Dragoon OVA last night, and it was cool. It's a pretty poor adaptation of the game, I would say. The game is way cooler. But it does adapt the story loosely. Like, the story in the game is pretty cryptic. But it was cool to see. Zelda cartoon is probably better. Let's say Zelda cartoon is better. Probably it wasn't. Probably because it wasn't. It was cool to have watched, though. Yeah, it was cool to have watched. Exactly. The trailers were genuinely cool, though. I loved all the trailers in the beginning of it. In the beginning of the VHS tape. I need to get more 90s anime VHS tapes. Okay, why am I so bad at fighting the Skulltula? Oh, I know why. It's because the wall is constantly in front of my face on the camera. Okay, maybe no lock-on. Also, the very light hum of VHS when you turn up the volume loud. Yeah, I had that. I had my TV volume up kind of loud, and yeah, I could hear that. It was there. I love the visual noise, you know, that VHS noise in the image. That's what I love. Okay, there's a like. It's comfy. It's so comfy. Converting some old home movies to digital, so you're very familiar with that sound. VHS is very, very comfy. Is this where I entered from? I'm on B1, okay. Where am I standing right now? I don't know. Okay, let's go here. Let's find out. Okay, we need a key. So the trailer that I thought was the coolest was called Legend of Crystania, which is from the Record of Lodoss War franchise, apparently. And I'm debating seeking out that VHS tape. That one apparently got released on DVD, but I just think VHS is cool. I did look it up on eBay, and it's not expensive. At some point, we had so many VHS because your dad's friend owned a store. He let us have our pick before it went out of business. I have no idea where they went. Yeah, I have a pretty modest VHS collection. Most of them are tapes that I had from childhood. Like I've got both versions of the Star Wars trilogy, the original and special edition, and Jurassic Park and the Lost World. What else do I have? I have Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is the American version of the original 1954 Godzilla, which is definitely not the one to watch. Definitely watch the Japanese version if you haven't seen it. It's a must-watch movie for sure. What else do I have over here? Oh, I have some Nintendo Power VHSs. You're always up to join more VHS watch parties? Okay, we should definitely have them. Here's something cool that I have. This was sent in the mail from Nintendo. It's like a preview of the N64. I have a couple of those. I have the N64 one. There's a Star Fox 64 one specifically. The Star Fox 64 one is hilarious because it's got this plot of corporate espionage. There's like Sony and Sega spies that they have like this plushie of Mario hostage, and they're like forcing a Nintendo employee to tell them everything about the new Star Fox game that's coming out. And they're like threatening to torture Mario if he doesn't. And Mario's just a plushie, of course. It's great. Have a small collection you kept from your roommate. And yours old massive collection from 2012. Nice. Very cool. Which direction am I facing right now? West? West is not the answer. We should watch the Banjo-Kazooie and Diddy Kong Racing tape sometimes. I have the Banjo-Kazooie one, also. I have a Banjo-Kazooie one. And I've got the Donkey Kong Country one, but that one I don't have from childhood. I did have it when I was a kid, but it got lost to the sands of time. But I did buy that one on eBay. Here we go. What else do I have from that? Oh, I've got the Pokemon one. There's one that they sent out when Pokemon Red and Blue were coming out, and it's like about Pokemon as a franchise as a whole. Like it talks about the anime, it talks about like toys and the card game. I definitely like that one a lot. Donkey Kong Country one has got to be my favorite though. That is the first time I remember being hyped for a video game release, was Donkey Kong Country 1. Thanks to that VHS tape, but also thanks to my mom being a fan of the arcade game. Like, my mom is not a gamer at all, but, you know, for some reason, she must have played Donkey Kong the arcade game when it was new, and she's got like nostalgia for that. And so she was telling me about like Donkey Kong in general. And that also helped me get hyped for Donkey Kong Country. You have two of the Banjo one. One is from Toys R Us and the other is from Blockbuster. Same exact tape, but slightly different outer sleeve. Oh, interesting. I actually don't have the sleeve for the Banjo-Kazooie one. I think that was my brother's, and I might have stolen it. But I don't think he wanted it. I don't think he has a VCR. Is there... not a chest under here, right? No. Okay, let's drop down. Let's drop down on purpose somewhere, which is also going to be by accident, by the way. Oh, hey, there we go. Okay, we don't need to drop down yet. I can use this. Is there like a invisible floor to walk across here or something? Well, if not, we're gonna drop down. There we go. And now, the southern part of this, the southern part. You know what promotional video game VHS tape I have not watched? Oh, we're gonna play Song of Storms here. One that I've not watched that I really should, and I would love to own, but it's like this one is actually expensive to get. There's one for Final Fantasy VII. It got darker in here. There's a Final Fantasy VII promotional VHS, and I need to at least watch that, but it is definitely expensive to get a copy of it. Oh, but I would love to have that. Hey, is there a way up over here? I don't think so. Are there any ways up other than the central blue fire way? Is there really nothing up with all these Goron special crops? Doesn't seem like it. I also have the first two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies on VHS. Those are great ones. I feel like the really cool stuff to have on VHS is old anime and old horror movies. Those are the things that like people want to collect on VHS specifically. I don't have any like 80s horror movies on VHS, sadly. Here we go. Here's another key, probably. I don't know. Yeah, it is a key. All right, where is another locked door? Let's see. Where is a room that I've never been in? Okay, there's one this way. You have the Behind the Shells documentary on VHS. That thing is amazing. Oh, that sounds cool. Is that about the movie? Is that like a making of the movie? I haven't heard of it, but it sounds awesome. No! Ah, this place is so trolly. Making up for the second one. Okay, the second one is also really good. I've not watched the third TMNT movie since college, and I don't remember it, like, at all. Obviously, I remember that they go back in time, but that's about all I remember. I gotta check something real quick. I'll BRB. Okay. Yeah, we are gonna have to wrap up stream, sadly, because today's a half day for my kid's school. And, I just need to double check what time they got out. And it was the earlier of the times that that were in my head. So I gotta go pick them up in a couple minutes. Let's see if I can get to that chest first before we wrap up here. My kids have a half day today, and then they have both Monday and Tuesday off. Tuesday is election day, I'm pretty sure. Don't forget to vote if there's any elections in your state. Let's open this door and get this chest. Or presumably there's a chest in here. Well, we're back underground. Alright, well, I guess I don't have time to go back up there. Alright, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I'm gonna find a place for us to raid. We didn't get to the Shadow Temple for Halloween, sadly. But we got to the well, so that's good. Alright, I will be back, when am I gonna be back? Well, if the government is still closed, I'll probably be back on Monday. But otherwise, I will be back on Wednesday night. And we're starting a new game on Wednesday. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to figure that out over the weekend, hopefully. Yeah, and if you guys will hang out for another minute, we'll find a raid target. Let's raid Hungry Garaya. Oh, she's playing Oblivion. Okay. That's cool. It says trick-or-treating in Oblivion, so that should be fun. Oh, my cat just came in here and yanked the controller off of the off of the couch. Alright. Oh, there he is. Alright, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope to see you again soon. Have a great Halloween if you're celebrating. And take care. Bye.